This is it. I'm now going to describe the rebuild as officially happening. Yes, the first part of putting my 2CV back together is underway. And I've started with the vent flap. This is the piece that goes underneath the windscreen. There's lots of little screws that hold it in place. And I'm currently just fitting the rubber. It's a new piece of rubber. And you do that simply by taking a hammer and folding over this edge. So I'm just gently working my way. I've got a pair of old jeans to try and protect it as I do so. And obviously our conservatory is just as much of a mess as our garage. It's not particularly weather tight in here, but it's keeping the hail off me today. So I'm going to keep going. So yes, this is the first bit of work I'm actually undertaking to make my 2CV whole again. And there we have it, fitted. The vent flap ready to ventilate me on my many driving adventures. That was quite easy to do, and being stainless, hopefully it won't rust. So now I need to turn my attention to the rest of the interior, because there is nothing in there at all. Here goes. With the vent flap completed, I could then turn my attention to the doors. Here they are, all with their seals freshly fitted. Still need to fit the window glass, it's the same front and rear, and all the bits of trim. But that's further progress. What else is going on? Well, back in the garage of much chaos, let's have a look. I actually started the long process of refitting everything to the body shell again, and that work has started by fitting the wiring loom, which, as you can see, is just simply held by these metal tags that fold over and hold it. Simple, effective, and a lot better than nasty little plastic clips. Sweet, sweet progress. It has gears. And wires. So many wires. So we're getting to the stage where I've damaged my forehead. Nothing to do with the 2CV. Got one wing painted. I've got the other one washed, degreased. That's ready to be sanded. So I can paint that as well. Now I have two painted wings. I'm using Plasticoat rattle can paint. So I'm interested to see if I get anything approaching a decent finish. I've gone for a slight satin finish. I know nothing about painting cars, just kind of making it up as I go along. But the point is, I don't want an immaculate car. I want it so if a wing got a ding in it, I could just get a rattle can and jobs are good. I don't want it immaculate again. So here is the 2CV. So you've got the wiring loom, either in, batteries back in. Very difficult to point in the right way. Still missing the engine. I'm collecting that this week. It was going to be rebuilt, but we've run out of time on that, so it's just going to be going back in as stock, which is fine. Headlamp bar I've got down here. It's just getting its first coat of primer, and it's currently Saturday the 17th of December, and my dream is to have this car finished and on the road for a 2CV run on the 8th of January. So less than a month to go, and still an awful lot to do. Let's have a quick tour of what's been going on. Into the world of my garage, which is a complete mess as ever. So there we go, I've got the gear lever, handbrake, heater controls, wiring, steering column, wiper motor, all back in. Well, I now have two painted wings, thanks to these Plasticoat rattle cans. The primer, the zinc primer, went on really nicely. The paint isn't too bad, the finish isn't perfect. I don't know if you can see, but it's a deliberate satin paint effect. I'm not after super shiny. So it'll be interesting to see what that actually looks like on the car. Speaking of the car, it's still utter chaos with the car, but it's starting to look a lot more like a car. You can see I've now got the number plate on, the rear lights, fog light, adventure bar, one of the rear wings, which for the time being I'm going to leave in its clear that message. We're going to leave in its fairly terrible state. The paint finish isn't brilliant. I don't care at the moment. I want to get this car back on the road for January, so the priority is get it back on the road, then next year look at sorting out some of the cosmetics. I'm really pleased with the way this looks. You'll note that's the correct font number plate, complete with the logo this car originally had on it when I first got it. And I plan to go back to Charles Lewis in Shrewsbury, which is no longer a Citroen main dealer, but it's still a garage, so that's all good. Now there's a site to warm the cockles, working electrics and working wipers. There has been further progress. Slide you in through the window. This dashboard binnacle is in, steering column stalks, gear lever. All good. We've even got the engine fitted, but not yet running. Still wiring, sort out, fuel tanks back in. It's all looking pretty good. I've even got a rear wing on this side only. So we're definitely getting there, and hopefully in the next video I'll be driving around in my Citroen 2CV. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so you'll see the next update, and I'll see you again. Ta-ta.